Hello and welcome back, friends, to the Nitrado Twitch channel. Oh my god, it is so good to see you all. Hello, if you're watching over on YouTube, hi as well. Welcome everybody. I am super excited to be hosting our official first episode of our Nitrado podcast, and what a lineup I have today, friends. What a lineup I have. So if you don't know me, my name is Becs, and I am a social content creator here at Nitrado, where I run the Twitch channel, and we stream here twice a week. We show off the amazing games that you can get your very own server for. And today with me, I have 3 Nitrado partners. Let's start off actually with, I have MurningStar. Hello.
Hello.
I have Kodeations. Say hi, Code.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? By the way, Amoxin, here's your duck. You just got it redeemed. I'm Code Duck
Flex.
today for the Nitrado stream. Yep.
And then I also have RebelDustyPinky. Hello, sir.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
So welcome on in. We are super excited to be talking all about survival games and also content creation. And obviously Code has like fully come out like with his outfit. And I'm gonna be honest, Code.
Absolutely.
I didn't think you were gonna like do the actual outfit, but you did. You did.
100%. Yep. And it looks beautiful. It looks awesome.
good.
This is the official Nitrado duck right here. This is it. The only thing missing is the patch, which you're gonna work on getting, so I can sew it on here.
I'm gonna. Don't worry. I'll go speak to someone about that later.
Perfect.
I don't know. You kind of look like a quack.
Nitrado events. I'll just take it there. What'd you say?
Oh,
I said you kind of look like a quack.
I do look like a quack. Yeah. I'll take it. No,
okay.
I think it looks good.
So let's do some intros, because obviously there's a lot of people that don't know who you are. So let's start off with Code, actually. Okay. Code, do you want to do a little bit about who you are as a content creator?
Sure. Yeah, so my name is Code, Kodeations, whatever you want to call me, Cody. Everybody just, doesn't pronounce Kodeations correctly 90% of the time, so we're just going to go with whatever you decide is what it is. I could be a Nitrado duck today. But I'm a survival crafting content creator, and I've been on YouTube making content for, I believe, almost going on 5 years now in total. I did mobile games for the first, 3 years, and then I kind of swapped over about 7 months ago to survival crafting games. And so then since I've been kind of making a lot of content on Ark Survival Ascended, and then I dabble into Enshrouded. I did a little bit of Nightingale, and yeah, so I mean that's pretty much where it's at. I run a Discord community, I run Ark servers, and I'm pretty much on every social media that's out there. So
You do, and you dress up as a duck, obviously. Like
absolutely, yeah. This is better than the cat maid I dressed up one time too. So this is a little bit better.
But we didn't put that on for Nitrado because ducks overrule the cat maid. Although I'm sure chat would love to have seen that.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So,
I mean, I'd be fine either way. Yeah, there's not much that I wouldn't put on. I would wear a maid costume for you guys if that was something we wanted. But today it was a duck, and that's what we got.
That's perfect. That is perfect. Okay, so let's go over to Morning. Morning, would you like to tell us who you are as a content creator?
Sure. I'm a Twitch streamer and a YouTuber, low-key YouTuber. I'm actually, since yesterday, a YouTube partner and a Twitch partner, and I do survival crafting open world games as main. With the Conan being the main, but yeah.
But you do
baby. Congrats on that.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Chat, let's get some little clappers for Morning for getting Twitch partner. Absolutely amazing achievement. Amazing. I was so happy when I saw it this morning.
Love.
Yeah.
I was scrolling.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I was like, what? Partner already? Like, because we were talking about it and you were waiting to hear back. And then you got it.
I got it 10 to midnight. So I was so sure that if I will hear anything, it's going to be next week.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That is crazy. That is crazy. And you
Great
also
start of the week.
you also play like Ark as well and Valheim, and you play a lot of different
Ark and
ones.
Valheim and Conan is my 3 like base games that I go like between, and I hop on Ark as soon as a new map is out. I love it, and Valheim as soon as a biome is out, and then back to Conan, and then around again. Basically.
Perfect. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, and then my final Nitrado partner, RebelDustyPinky, my little chaos guy. Honestly,
What?
yes, I've been in your streams. They are chaotic and I love them. Can you give a little bit of an intro about yourself?
Hold on, I gotta fix my camera. Here we go. My name is RebelDustyPinky. I'm a full-time variety content creator. I've been streaming for like 5 years. I started on Mixer, if anybody even knows what that is. Probably not. That was the Microsoft streaming platform. It went under, and then yeah, sad, a little tear. And then we came over to Twitch, rebuilt the brand over here, and we've been plugging away since. I get into any kind of game with a pulse, anything you can imagine. Puzzle games, survival games, shooters, you name it, I'm in it. Except for horror, because I'm a scaredy cat. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
That was a 10 out of 10 intro. Chat, this was not scripted, okay? I just said give like a brief summary, and I didn't know what they were all gonna come up with, but this is 10 out of 10 because it's like totally unscripted. Totally. So
we're creators. We're good at unscripted.
Yeah.
We create.
That's
Yeah.
We just do on the
Improv.
fly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
On the
100%.
fly. 24/7. Right, let's get into it. Otherwise, we'll just go off topic for the whole podcast, and then we won't talk about any survival games, will we? And then literally everyone will come for me and say, "You told us it was going to be about survival games, and you never did that, Becs." And I'll be like, "I'm gonna go." Anyways, so guys, 2024, we have had so many survival crafting games coming out this year.
Overwhelming.
I mean,
Tons and tons.
how did we
It's been crazy.
How did we all cope with all these games? I really want to know, guys. How did we cope?
We didn't.
I'm still
No,
recovering.
I'm out.
It's crazy. There's tons of stuff. We talk about it on every one of our live streams almost. Like, it's just, there's way too much stuff that you can dabble in. You almost have to like pick your favorites and just focus on those, narrow in.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
unfortunately pass on
every
others.
week I get a DM from Code. He's like, Murny, what am I doing? Look at this. This is out. This is out. This is out. What should I
Every
play? And I'm
single
like,
time. Yep.
I don't know. I'm in the same boat.
You're like, bro, you need some help. Like, you got to figure something out.
That is
No.
the
Yeah,
ultimate
but
struggle of a variety
it-
streamer.
It is
It
such
is,
a
yeah.
nice.
It is
It's
beautiful.
it's such a nice problem to have. This year has been huge for survival crafting open world gamers.
Yeah.
Huge, and we are so fortunate to be drowning in all the games.
Yeah, and can you only imagine? It's only May. Like, it's
Yeah.
only May.
Yeah.
I can already tell. I could probably name off 5 or 6 of them that I know that were projected to come out before the end of 2024. That means we still have at least, several games coming out the rest of the year. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Not over yet.
No,
No,
it's a lot. It's a lot.
yeah.
So, but with that being, my question is going to be actually really tough, and you guys are going to hate me for asking this, but I have to make you
Oh, gosh.
squirm.
Okay.
What is your no hiding? Come back, Pinky.
Oh, fine. Fine.
My question is, what is your favorite survival game so far? It could be like DLC expansion. It doesn't have to be a brand new survival game that's come out this year, but what is your favorite so far? What has been like the one that has like hooked you, where you're like playing hundreds of hours and you can't stop and you know you have a problem? That kind of one. What would you say?
I would probably go Arc Ascended and Power
That's me.
World right now.
Power World for me. I'm sorry. Power World, I lost my life. I lost my
Yeah.
soul. I lost everything. I was doing it for 8 hours per day. I had a problem. So
Same.
Power World.
Same.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mine
I would say I hopped on the Power World train, and it was it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fine. Take me.
Do you think that's your?
I'm fine.
Do you think that's your favorite, or your most?
That have come out this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, this year, just this year. I mean, you could talk about other ones that you've really enjoyed, like last year, but obviously with 2024 being so many, there's loads. I mean, there's Nightingale, there's Enshrouded, there's
I
Power.
would because I probably say Nightingale because it's something that I've been waiting for years. I've been hyping it up in my Discord maybe for 2 years now. So was very excited for that release, early access release.
Is it because of the umbrella?
It's the steampunk.
Steampunk,
Yeah.
Whole steampunk vibe.
Yeah.
It fits it well, that Victorian steampunk.
Big fan.
I think mine, like Daddy Wolf called in the chat here, I think mine is Arc for sure. So Arc Ascended. From Evolved, I had over 5,000 hours in Arc Evolved, and then I walked away from it for years, came back for Arc Ascended, and it's completely like I have the exact same feeling I had before. It doesn't matter what game it is, what time it is, where it is, I can always load into it, even if it's a fresh map and a new character, and just play Arc in general. But I will state though that Soul Mask recently about to launch an early access on May 31st now, because they actually pushed it up from June 18th. Has really done a number. I have put in for the open beta, I did everything it had to offer, and I think I had put in over 70 hours. And then in the entire time I played Enshrouded, when Enshrouded came out for early access, this was open beta. For early access for Enshrouded, I didn't even put that much time. So it's like it's been really encompassing like all of my time and like what I really love. Like it just, I don't know. I think it does a good job blending like the open world survival crafting aspects and then like RPG style, gameplay, and it like meshes them together. And I think it does a really good job doing that, and I'm excited for it. So I don't know. I mean, as of right now, things could change by the end of the year, but I think Arc definitely still meets that mark. I just think it hits too many check boxes for me to be like, it's not my favorite. But yeah, I think so.
I mean, I do agree because Scorched Earth, Morning knows this because I've been playing on her server. Shout out. So I've been playing on her server, and honestly, Scorch kind of got me hooked because everyone kept saying, oh, you'll hate Scorch because you just die and you just go in the death. I loved that. I want the challenge. I want
love that too.
Yeah, I want to show people and be like, yeah, okay, I will die a million times, but I'll get there. It'll be fine.
It's part of the adventure and the fun.
Yeah, leave me alone, guys. So, I mean, it's mixed between Power World and Arc Ascended also, but yeah, Power World kind of gripped me fast, and then unfortunately it just didn't have enough content like long term. Yeah, which I'm sure everyone agrees.
Yes, absolutely.
And I can't vouch for that because I didn't give it a shot. I honestly didn't. I was so busy with everything I was doing at the time for making content for Arc and whatever I was doing. I just didn't. Yeah, I had to pass, and I just like slept on Power World. And then you guys were already deep into it. You know what I mean? Like all of you were already deep, and I'm like in your streams, and I'm like, I mean, it looks super cool, but I'm like, several weeks or a month behind on content. Like I'm a YouTuber first, so yeah. So
yeah, that's true.
What about you?
That's true.
Rebel?
You're on that YouTube niche.
Like with Power World, did you like go fast in your content and then kind of burn quick?
I went way too hard on Power World. Those are some of the longest streams I've done.
Wow.
And I use a standing desk. Like I'm standing right now. I'll ballerina tour.
Oh, you're standing right now. Okay.
I always stand.
Down. I totally thought you were sitting.
Nope. I stand, and honestly, when Power World came out, my feet were on fire.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because I was doing like 8-hour streams standing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a problem.
That's crazy.
Oh, the burn.
No, you're insane.
Well, there you go, chat. We all get workouts, okay? Listen, when streamers don't get, we do get workouts. It's standing while clicking, but it's still
my calves are ripped.
Hey, if you use the foot pedal I think it's from the Elgato, isn't it? They got that foot pedal for like actions. You're working your foot, moving the foot pedal. That counts. That
is actually really hard to use with a standing desk. I've almost fallen using it. I had to stop using it because like I'm doing like the teeter tot to try and click it.
Oh yeah, trying to hit it. That makes sense. Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
I'm like tap dancing over here.
I've got a brilliant idea for standing streamers. Like, couldn't you play like Twister like in other games while you're standing,
Oh,
while
like
you're streaming, and
Dance
make it a fun
Mat.
game, like interactive thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Dance Mat.
Yeah,
I'm sure I've seen
yeah.
someone do that for Elden Ring.
Have they?
Yeah, where they beat the boss with the chat can help me. Didn't someone
Oh, okay.
beat the
No, I
Yeah,
was meaning
it's,
more. I was meaning more towards like channel redeem points that they can redeem things, and then it could be like right foot yellow, and then you have to like like spread your leg out while you're like still trying the game. Like I'm saying, like that could work. I feel like that could be a thing.
I mean, that could work.
That could be a thing.
It could work. And
I'm not a
I mean-
stand-up person. I'm more of a sit-down kind of guy.
I think you need to claim
Yeah.
that now in case someone steals your idea and then you see it on someone else's live stream. You're like, I know you was watching the Nitrado
Like, I
podcast.
knew that. Nobody's gonna be like, no, he didn't say that. No, he didn't. Yeah.
I know you was watching. I know it. Okay, well,
Yep.
that was actually some good answers. I didn't expect. But I do want to ask a question. How are you finding Soul Mask? Because I've also been hearing some like whispers, and I don't know about Soul Mask. Like,
Yeah, I haven't checked that one out
So
yet either.
nobody, so nobody knows about it. So I don't know why. I've actually, from a marketing's like my day job's a marketing like person. So I've asked them numerous times. I'm like, are you guys gonna like advertise the game? Are you gonna like put out ads? Are you gonna do this? And no joke, the response back I got from them, no shame to them, but the response back I got back was like, you have like any ideas? And I was like, what are you talking about? You don't have any ideas? Like, so yeah, I honestly think that it's like a really small, I think like the marketing PR team for the game is like really small, or they're new, or they're fresh or something coming off, off of that. And it kind of speaks true to like the publishing company. If you look at it, I think they've only like put out a couple of like other like smaller, niche games. And so I think that like that could be part of it. But I don't know. There's been no push for anything for the game. And they literally run a Twitter account and their official Discord. And that's like the only thing that I've seen for them. So, and even then it's not running paid ads. They're not pushing anything out. So I think the only way that people are getting the word out is word of mouth, or like through content on YouTube that people are searching up, survival crafting games, which is actually quite a shame because I think it is really good and it deserves a good marketing push. But I don't know. It's tough.
Maybe they're just asking for like your feedback, right? Because you're a content creator, and as I'm sure we're all going to agree, content creators are very good at marketing themselves. That's our job, right? That's what we live for. We have to.
The successful ones are good.
Yeah. I'm not going to comment on that, okay? I am going to be neutral. But the point is, Code, don't get me in trouble. The point is, the point is, you have to market yourself in any capacity, whether it's like making clips, doing social media. We could go on for days about it, but you have to be very good. So maybe they're impressed by you, Code, and they want to ask for like your feedback. They
wanted you to be the poster boy, and you were like, I don't know.
And I'm like, I've got tons of ideas. Sure, bring me on. When I see that NDA, or when I see that contract come across my table, sure, I'll see you my resume. We'll hook something up. I'm not doing anything for free. I learned that in content creation. You don't do anything for free.
Yeah, don't do anything for free.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, there's a fine line of doing things for free and then also getting paid, right? The most important thing about getting paid, which is like a tip that I would tell all content creators that I do hear a lot, is get it in writing. If you're going to do
100%.
have a contract, because I hear it so many times where somebody says, I got promised to do this, promo or the stream or to promote their and I said, well, did you get the contract? And they're like, no, it was just word of mouth. And I was like, no, that's the worst thing.
Yeah, I've gotten approached by companies where we had a whole meeting, hour-long meeting, and we talked about things, the specifics, everything. They send me over the contract. Nothing that we discussed was on the contract, and it's just like, no, I'm not signing this. That's literally that happens so much in content creation, and it's a real shame because a lot of creators don't know the precautions to take to protect themselves from that.
People don't even know how to read the contracts, and I don't mean that negatively on the people. I mean that as on like the negatively on the legal jargon that is inside those things. I don't even know how to read it. Most of the time, I have people. Through networking, I have people that I'm like, hey, you work in a law office. Like, can you look at this? Like, here's what I'm trying to make sure it doesn't have any, or does this have anything in here I need to be? I mean, because for real, like some of the stuff that's typed in there is just crazy. Like mobile gaming, and this is, I know, sidetracked, but it's yeah, it's rough. It's bad. Like they want to like
Yeah.
they'll put in there like they want to own your video, they want to chop your video up, they want to use it in all aspects, and they don't want to pay you anything. Like there's just tons of stuff. Or they own your video, so like even though it's on your YouTube channel, like I've had people 3 years down the road, you know, fall out with this, you know, mobile gaming company, and somebody's like, "Oh, that's our video. We own that on our contract."
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, no.
That's the thing.
Rephrase that. I don't mean it negatively. Like, don't do stuff for free. Like, obviously, PR and doing things and you know, marketing yourself is great and doing those things. I was just joking on the sense of like, you know, obviously, if they want me to help them market their stuff, like, sure, like I don't mind working out a deal with them and helping them market their stuff. But I'm not going to work a full-time job for somebody for free. But yeah.
Well, and that's something that a lot of companies need to protect themselves too. Like, you know, owning the video and the content. You know, you need to actually give them permission to use that content. So it's kind of like a fine line of trust between creator and the company you're working with, because unfortunately they have to put that in most contracts, and you have to abide by it.
Yeah, that's right. So no, I think it's a good thing to talk about, because I found a lot with streaming that the content creators don't necessarily talk about these things, but it is important to like kind of know. And if I was starting, or I don't know, if I was a couple years in and things weren't working out, I would want to know a couple of these like things. Basically, I would want somebody experienced. I mean, we've got many experience. All of you are very experienced, more experienced than me probably. But the point is, that's why I've got you guys as my guests. But
there is a lot of there's definitely a lot of weird stuff. Go ahead.
Rebel's laughing. He's lost it.
No.
I'm just gonna skip over my comment. Nah.
Yeah.
She was talking about experience. I was gonna say we're still talking about content creation, right?
We are. Yes, we are. I believe
that is
so.
the topic, correct? So, my question is,
Murray's just like, yep.
Morning's just she's on my vibe. Okay, listen, she's on a high right now. She wiped her brow. I mean, oh my god, we're done. This is it. We need she's done. She's gonna message me later.
She loves us. We know.
Yeah, she's gonna message me later and be like, Becs, what the heck? Like,
why was I on this podcast with these crazy people?
We are crazy. So with that in mind, guys, what survival games are we excited for? For me, I'll go first. I'm really excited for Dune.
I'll take mine.
Dune Awakening. I'm so Dune. Give me Dune. I cannot wait. I know Morning is also Morning. You hyped?
I am so hyped. I'm so hyped.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm excited.
I mean,
I'm really excited.
I am biased. I am working quite closely with Funcom. So, but yeah, super excited about Dune.
Yeah.
That is gonna be something like I see a lot of people hyping it up and being super excited, and I can't wait. I can't wait.
It's gonna be so
It's gonna be sweet.
So
yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I am part of the Funcom, like not to boast as well, but like I am part of the Funcom creator, like you know, like Discord and program too. But like I'm excited in general, like just for you know the bridges to be crossed between that survival crafting and that MMO, and get somebody like Funcom, you know, to like really you know put it in. And I think Conan is a really good like you know example of like what we can expect and how awesome and how much we love that.
Yeah.
Only imagine that coming to like an MMO scale. It's gonna be really cool.
Yeah. Rebel?
I've never even seen the movie. I just know it's a desert.
Guys, this is so unscripted. I can't believe it.
I
like deserts though. I love Scorched Earth on Ark Ascended. So
You'll love it. You'll love it then.
All right, I got an impromptu question then for you, Rebel.
Okay.
I've never seen the movie for the Dune movies, but I want to know, does he know anything about the Dune bucket?
Oh, unfortunately, I do. The popcorn bucket.
You see, so he doesn't know the movies, doesn't know the game, but then he knows about the bucket. Of course,
amazing art advertising.
Exactly.
Great marketing.
That would be Rebel.
Great
Makes
marketing.
sense.
101. That's how you get
God,
people
the bucket.
talking. Chat even know about the bucket. They're like, we know about
Everyone
the
knows
bucket.
about the bucket.
Everybody does. My point, but the
Yeah.
point that I was making was he doesn't know about anything else about dudes, but he knows about the bucket.
Hey, I said there was a
That's the only
desert.
point I was going for. Oh,
I mean, you need to. I heard Morning had the bucket. I saw the tweet. She defo had the bucket.
I saw the tweet too. She did have the bucket. I did see it. I called her out too on stream. I was like, you brought the bucket.
Stop it. It was a sticker on top of a photo, please. I wish.
Says,
I'm in Sweden. We don't get cool stuff like that.
So you had to
And
just
I
improv.
I've tried to pull off the strings that I have, but they're like, we will see what we can do, and that means like,
Right.
nah, bitch. You know?
Because they kept all the buckets for themselves.
Yeah.
And also,
I wish I
Morning,
had gotten a bucket. I would have kept it.
I
For
believe
popcorn.
it.
For
Would've been
popcorn.
right on the
Yeah.
shelf.
I feel like I have to disclaim that for
Yeah.
popcorn.
I think you have to be careful for popcorn, for eating use chat. That's what Rebel was meaning. Totally.
Yes,
Morning's
correct.
just nodding.
For popcorn.
Very much. Oh God, that is a bit.
Bernie.
She's making me laugh
I know
today.
you love us.
Yeah.
She's not. She's gonna message me later, guys. This is it. I could tell.
No, she's not. She is way too high right now on the Twitch partnership, so she is fine. She is really happy.
She's got it. Well, actually, Morning, when are we next seeing you? I mean, it's a partner stream, so we have to shout
what I
you
said.
out. Yeah. Is it Monday?
So
Yep.
Monday, yeah. I have a little unboxing and we're gonna just hype up the partner thing.
Hype,
But I
yes.
haven't, like, Code has already been on my neck about when is the partner celebration stream? I'm like,
Right?
Yeah.
I need to breathe. I don't know. I'm
Yeah, she
gonna
was
have to
very-
plan
That's
something
fair.
cool.
Still,
I
I'm
need to
still
plan
in
something
shock.
cool.
I don't even know if I even believe it. Like, is this a real
Yeah.
email?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
It's real. You are perfect. You've got it.
yeah.
Thank
Defo.
you.
So my next question is gonna be like an interesting one, actually, because I think, actually, no, I'm not sure of all the answers. I think I know Morning's answer, but I don't actually think I know Code's or Rebels.
Okay.
But we'll start with Morning first.
Oh.
Morning, what got you creating content for survival games? Like, why, as a content creator, did you choose survival games? Because there's loads of genres you could cover. So why would you cover survival games?
So this is kind of funny.
Go on.
I've been streaming for 6.5 years, and it was TwitchCon Amsterdam, and it was like I went there with a fellow streamer friend. She doesn't stream anymore, and I basically being there, I was like, I don't know what to do with content creation. I am stuck. I'm on 10 average viewers. I don't know what to do. How am I going to get out of this? Like, how am I going to grow? And she gave me some really cool advice and to niche down, to network more, make more friends, be more like everywhere. So, when I came out of that and into like the autumn of that year, a bunch of games kind of landed at my feet, like 7 Days to Die, Green Hell, and I got Valheim as well. So that is kind of where I was like, this is working. Like I can stream for hours without feeling the hours. And the viewers were loving it. The community was growing. And in just like 5-6 months, we were up to 7 average viewers. And it's just, I did everything. I did like a bunch of networking with other survival crafting people. And it was just a great community being. I used to do horror, Soulspawn games, and all kinds of Minecraft, a lot of like really random baking streams and painting streams and like random things. Yeah, random things. But yeah, that's where I'm like, phew. I found my calling. And
Do you still have some of the paintings?
Yeah, I have one here actually.
Let's see it. Go get it. Let me see it.
Please, I want to see the macaroni art, please.
We want to see
By the way,
it.
admire her awesome chair, by the way.
I know, I love the chair.
Oh my gosh.
You painted that?
Chat.
Yeah,
Oh my
I'm not terrible at
gosh.
painting. I went to art
Terrible?
school.
You are so good.
Oh, you said you weren't terrible. I thought you said that is really
No,
good.
I went to art school. I love painting.
Wow.
That is super cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I did not
Alright.
expect that. Why do you not have a paint shop like for merch that people can buy from you?
It's for me.
Oh, okay.
It's my
I
thing.
mean, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes
Chat,
sense.
we're gonna
Yeah.
be starting the bidding at $20. Do I hear 30?
Do we hear a 21?
Do we
21.
hear a 21?
Dude, it's
That is
super
beautiful.
cool.
That is so
that's
awesome.
Wow.
Thank you.
I did not expect the picture thing, and that was really good. That was so good.
That was awesome.
Wow. That
I
kind
did
of blew-
not even know. I didn't even know. I've been talking to Murney for how long now? And I've never even heard her say that on her stream.
Yeah, I am. I'm a mystery.
I'm a mystery.
Okay.
Leave me be. I'm a
Listen,
mystery.
it's a
Very
new
talented
package.
mystery.
It's a new package
Oh,
to
thank
unwrap every stream.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, so that was a good answer, right? Rebel, you're next.
Sorry, what was the question? We branched off like 7
Got
times.
you into content creation.
What got you into content creation for survival games specifically? Like, I know you cover variety, but why do you choose to cover survival games in the first place when you have such a variety?
So back in the day before I started streaming, I probably put like 7,000 hours into Ark Evolved. I was hardcore addicted and I went way too hard on it and I just loved it. And when I got into content creation, I kind of niched into Warframe. I don't know if you've heard that game
Yeah.
before.
I know Warframe.
And then I was kind of in the same boat Murney was in, I wanted to branch out and see what else was out there. So I was like, I love survival games. So I started on Minecraft and made a lot of mistakes running a server, let my community take advantage of so many things and break everything.
No.
And then eventually I got into Ark Survival with running a community server. And that's how I got in contact with Nitrado. And it's been a loving relationship ever since. We've just been...
Hey, that's what we like to hear. That was a good one. Nice plug. Nice plug. We did not pay Rebel to say that. Need to clarify.
Hold on, I gotta hide the check.
Yeah, okay, just hide the cash that I threw to you.
Wait,
Hold
you
it up.
got
Hold
a
the check
check.
up. Hold the check up. He's got the check.
I made sure it was in the contract.
It was in there. Must promote Nitrado at all costs.
The plugs are real. The plugs are real. Okay, Code. I kind of know your story already, but tell us why survival games? Because obviously you started with mobile games, so that's a jump. I mean, mobile games to survival games is a jump. So tell us, why did you start creating content for survival games?
So I guess so I guess to to answer the direct, I can never answer a direct question, but survival crafting games has always been a thing that I've loved. I've always loved survival crafting games. I played Minecraft like way before like Mojang ever sold it. Like I bought Minecraft when it was like $5.99 or something, like years and years and years ago, and you had to do all this installation to get it to run properly on a server. And I really loved it. I think Minecraft was probably my very first one, and then from there I kind of dabbled into like just anything and everything, like here and there, like for survival games, like on my own. Obviously I wasn't making content then, years and years like in the past when that was there. So I've always loved survival crafting games. Then obviously when Ark Survival Evolved came out, I wasn't making content then either. Like I wasn't a content creator at that point, but I put in over 5,000 hours into the game. I just felt drawn to the grind, the chopping down, starting from nothing, the challenge of like earning your way all the way through, getting, your axe and stuff, chopping down resources, and then eventually automating those resources, like all the way up. It was just, I love survival crafting games. Well, becoming a content creator during the pandemic, I already was in the content creator space as a graphic designer. So I was already designing thumbnails and stuff for other creators who were mobile game creators.
Okay.
And so I already knew mobile, like I knew how it worked. Like I knew the strategies, I knew what they used. I was designing thumbnails for them and doing things.
That's cool.
And so for me, it was like kind of like that easy slide into like to be a content creator was like, I'll just take everything that I know, bounce off all these other creators that I work with on a regular, and then I'll just start making content for other mobile games very, very similar to this gotcha, style. So I started doing that. And then from there, I did that for so long and I got burnt out. And then speaking of the imposter syndrome, I got to that mindset where, being a husband, I'm 31 years old, being a husband, I have a 4-year-old son and I've got a second one on the way coming in September. My time is and I work a 40-hour week job. So my time is very limited.
Mm-hmm.
And I was finding myself like, I don't want to play these mobile games anymore. I don't want to do this. Like I want to play the games that I love and that I enjoy that I don't have time to do on top of, making content for mobile games. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to hard 180 pivot and I'm going to go directly to the games that I love. And then whoever comes, and whoever stays, will stay. And if they don't, then, whatever. And so I just decided that's it. Let's do it. So I hard pivoted to survival crafting games. I knew I loved it. I had a really good opportunity with Ascended because Ascended was coming out like literally around that exact same time. So I was like, oh, I'll just start plugging a few videos here for Ascended before it launches, covering anything and everything. If the developers fart, I was posting about it. So I was like covering everything I could. And then from there, it just worked. It worked. And I honestly, I don't know. I guess I could say that I've never really struggled when it comes to YouTube. Like, my numbers have always constantly grew. They've constantly gone up and it just came second nature. I went on camera and I was just like, I got this. And obviously I wasn't the best then, like, you look back at it, but like, I just, kept on getting better as time went on and it just worked.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's a good answer.
But I enjoy it.
Yeah, no, that's still a really good answer. I actually have a really good question that someone's put in the chat. I'm going to pick it because I kind of like it. And they've highlighted it with their points. So love to you. Thanks for using your points. You can all answer this. What are your plans moving forward now that you are partnered with Nitrado? What is like going to be looking for the future with us, with Nitrado, you? We got any plans or do we know the future yet with Nitrado?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
So I'm excited I'm probably going to use most of my resources with Nitrado to do Arc Ascended because all the new maps are going to be coming out, all remastered. They look beautiful. I'm probably going to be putting any server I can into just trying to bundle up the maps. I have been using them to try a lot of the other new survival games. There's just so many coming out right now. And they're still going to be like updated. There's so many that are in early access. Like the game that we see now for like, Nightingale and Enshrouded, it's not going to be the same game come next year. It's going to be like completely different.
When 1.0 launches for all these games.
Yeah. And it's just cool to be able to explore those avenues with Nitrado and our communities, all these, because who even knows like what's going to come out next year, and it's just the sky's the limit for a lot of survival games. It's awesome.
Yeah, and maybe more content with me. Obviously.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Love that. Heck yeah.
Maybe more episodes on the podcast. You never know.
100%. Let's go.
That would be so cool.
I think a lot of you, because you're going to work closely with Nitrado, basically, with all your server needs for your community, right? So that's always going to be a close relationship. Oh, look at the Zoom. Okay, perfect. Yeah, just
pretty close.
I want more content.
Just keep nodding. Just keep nodding. So with that in mind, because we're talking about community, how important is it for how important is community for survival games? How important is it?
I would love to go for it.
Yes.
Yeah. So for me, it is so important. And when I started my journey as a streamer, I played a lot of single player games. But as soon as I got into survival crafting, all of a sudden, I played no games alone. My community was in there on the servers with me. And that kind of ties in with Nitrado because that was when I started to move over to playing on servers. I had one server with a company before I even found Nitrado, and now I have 5 community servers that are like, and my community is constantly saying, Center is coming out. Are we clustering that with the Scorcher server?
That was me. Sorry, that was
Oh
me.
my god, this harem is on me like
Hey, don't-
24/7.
What about the spiders? What about the spiders?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm hearing. I saw that a mod came out. Oh, can we add this mod? I like it's a full-time job keeping up with my community
Yeah, it
servers
is.
and everyone wanting to add mods and oh, can you hop in and do a dino wipe? Can you update the server? There
That's
was a
me.
new update, a new patch. So yeah.
It's 3 in the morning. I want to go back to sleep. I don't want to dino wipe.
I've never felt so connected with my community.
Yeah,
Like I am with the survivor crafting genre and gaming.
yeah,
I love it. It's been so great.
Yeah, I think community is super important. I don't know about you two as well, Rebel and Code, but community is super important when playing survival games because they just don't work as well without the community.
Yeah.
They just don't.
Nah, who needs a community? Nah.
Yeah, to be honest with you, that's I mean, I am like anybody could tell you, I'm 100% not a solo gamer at all. I'm not. I don't play any. I mean, it doesn't matter how good you tell me that Skyrim is. I will never be able to play through that game because I just am not a solo gamer. I'm a very active social gamer, and I think that that's huge when it comes to community. Like I love the community aspect. I am constantly active in my Discord 24/7. I'm constantly getting people engaged. When I go live, several times more often than not, I've got other people live with me. They're not live, but they're like voices live on my channel because it's just I'm constantly talking and chatting, and I feel weird only hearing one side of the conversation. But like I'm very much big into the community aspect. And then to go back to your first question, because I didn't get to mention anything about Nitrado or what my plans are.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really like the partnership thing. I not only like obviously there's benefits with like getting partnered servers and like working through like providing stuff for your community, right? Like there's that part of it, but I really do like the relationship I've built with Nitrado, with Becs, obviously, and then like the just in general, like I love like the atmosphere. Like I want to grow more with it. I want to do more, but that's me. I like that outgoing, that social aspect. I like networking. I like, figuring out like, oh, I'm really good with this guy. I'm really good with this guy. And not only it does give me opportunities for PR, it gives me opportunities to go on podcasts, to do these things. I want to go to TwitchCon and see you guys. I would wear the duck suit. I want to do all these things, to represent it. I think it also helps too, like, having a company that you believe in, like a brand. It's not just oh, I'm a shill, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I've got this one little, this little thing that I can push, for this product. Like it's more than that. There's more that's, involved. And I really like that.
Yeah,
it's been the first brand I think that I've really connected with on that level.
Yeah, I mean, I tried when I first came to Nitrado. I really wanted to be able to like connect with the content creators. That was like my first thing because I'm a content creator, and if I was partnered with a company, I'd really want to feel connected with them, and I'd also want opportunities, which we've tried to create here, thanks to the Nitrado Twitch channel. So that was my goal, was to do that. So yeah, it was always super important to make sure that was done. Because yeah, not all every partnership looks different with a company, right? I'm also partnered with a couple of companies for my own channel. They're very different. But with Nitrado, I think we always try and be a little bit more hands-on, and we try to make sure that you feel happy and you're feeling great about creating content and our partnership together, right? So that's our main goal.
Can I comment on that real quick?
Yes, of course.
So fun fact, Nitrado was actually my first partnership I ever got. And I can't tell you how awesome it was because it gave me such a massive boost in confidence.
Really?
Because I was actually an itty bitty streamer when I became partnered with Nitrado. My CCV was not impressive. Y'all just, I don't know what you saw in me, but it was awesome.
Look at you now.
On a podcast episode, clearly we see something in you.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't see anything.
Code is flexing, but I mean, it's right. He's right.
But no, at the time, like, because I was very like closed-minded, where it was like, oh, CCV is everything, early things that you see when you're getting into the streamer space. And then I kind of realized like, wow, this is like a massive boost. And then there's more to it than just the numbers. It's about the passion. It's about the creativity. It's about everything else. And it actually like opened up my mind to a lot of things. It actually was a big pivotal moment in my brand's growth. And it was awesome. Nitrado gave me a really big bump in the beginning of my streaming career.
Yeah. It's Nitrado done a great. I mean, they took me for example, and I pitched to them an
You're
idea.
the best.
You're awesome.
Yeah.
Listen, there wasn't even a job for this job, but I pitched to it and I said, I think I can do something great. And they listened and they said, yeah, let's start. And that was amazing as well. So it's similar kind of situation where you self-doubt yourself. Again, we're our worst enemy as content creators. We think we're all terrible at what we do. And then when someone listens to you and goes, actually, that's a fantastic idea, and I think we should do it. You're like, huh, hold the phone. Did you just...
Wait, I wasn't actually prepared.
Yeah, like I wasn't. I was like, huh? You think that I'm worth it? Like, yeah, okay, let's go. But it's like, it is a confidence boost because you think, actually, I am worth something, right? I'm worth it. So...
sometimes it just takes that first time to like open your eyes and you're just like, oh wow, okay, there's a lot of possibilities out here.
Yeah.
And speaking of that community side, I mean, I've met a lot of people through Nitrado, like partner, like other creators. Like I didn't even know no shame at all, but I didn't even know RebelDustyPinky until we got told like, hey, we're gonna go on this podcast episode. And then the first time we did the like check in, like, hey, here's kind of what our game plan is, like, you know, interview, like talking. I was immediately sold. I was like, now I'm in every one of his live streams, like every single one of them. I'm like hanging out, just chilling. Like it's became a friend, you know, because of just knowing that, you know what I mean? Because of that partnership. And the same thing goes for like people in the Nitrado Discord, you know, like I won't mention specific names, but like there's other people that I've like been in DMs with and talking and building a relationship with just because we saw each other. We're like, hey, you also do survival crafting games. Hey, you also play Ark. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh yeah, what are you doing? Oh, you're doing this. Oh, hey, I need some help on this. Like, can you help me out? What do you do here? It's the community aspect is definitely there, which is awesome.
1,000%. I see a couple of people that mentioned, one person mentioned DayZ. We do servers for DayZ. Obviously, we're talking about survival games at the moment. I mean, I guess DayZ goes into survival in a way. It's a
survival game, technically.
Yeah, it's a shooter though. So I mean, I've covered it. Rebel's laughing. Why? What?
That was one of my most disastrous servers I've ever ran on with the trial.
Oh no!
I tried to do a role play server. And it went awful.
Yeah.
On a DayZ.
On DayZ.
DayZ role playing.
It sounded great. It sounds great on paper, but trying to manage and run that, oh my gosh, what a nightmare. I give a lot of credit to the people that run role play servers.
I did mention Soul Mass Necro.
Yeah, he did mention it. He did mention it. Oh, that is interesting that you're DayZ. Hey, you want to do?
She's like writing it down. She's taking notes. She's like,
I'm gonna go up to Rebel and be like, hey, Rebel, you want to do a Nitrado partner spotlight of DayZ? And then Rebel's just gonna send me lots of memes.
It's an RP, but it's an RP server.
Yeah, RP only, and that's gonna be our partner spotlight.
I don't mind roleplay. It's just running roleplay. I never realized how many troubles there can run into.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, it was things I never even thought of. I was like, oh, roleplay. That sounds awesome. Somebody mentioned it in the community, and I'm just like, oh yeah, let's try it.
Oh, now we got to do something because it's set in stone now. So when we do our
I've never been.
People keep asking me about doing role play servers for Conan and stuff like that. And I keep answering them with, I would love that, but not on stream, because I would cringe at myself so hard. I could not stand it. Like, I can't do that.
I have never been on an RP server. Even back in Evolved for Ark, like people had like RP servers, and there was a couple of them that I had like accidentally landed on, like, you know, like trying to like join like community servers, landing on one of them. I just don't think that I have the ability to stay in character. Like my brain is so scattered. There's no way like I would be able to like, I'd be talking like this normal. The next thing and I'd be like, oh yeah, sorry, I gotta be in character. And some of them, they do not, like you walk out of character, you're gone from the server. So like, I'm like, I don't even know how people do that. Like it makes some really good content and funny content on YouTube, but I don't even know how people stay in character and play that. It's a different animal.
I laugh too much.
Yeah.
And also, GD, also a Nitrado partner, is exposing me saying don't play survival with Becs. Hey, GD, I set you on fire one time, dude. It's one time. I'm ready for the next
one. One time.
Actually, no, I threw a spear at his chest. Oh, God, wait. Actually, let's stop talking about that. There's many times I've killed GD, but it was... I was doing it for the viewership. Anyways, right.
Yeah.
You did it for the content.
Yes, for the content. So, guys, we're talking about, obviously, we're going to go back to survival games. What is your favorite part of the survival game? Now, it could be like, do we love exploring? Do we love crafting? Do we love building? What do we love specifically? I know mine. I'm going to just put it out there before while you think of your answers, but mine's building.
I know mine.
I'm obsessed with the build. Okay,
The struggle.
Yeah, I like the build. I like to make it perfect, and I'm shit at building. So it's just a great. It's great. It looks like a terrible thing, but I like building.
Okay.
I like the struggle of starting out in survival games, which is so opposite for a lot of people. Like, I love like the challenge of it and like trying to like build your first house. Like, honestly, when I put 7,000 hours into Evolved, I was in PvP servers, official PvP servers, and brutal, absolutely brutal.
That's not for the weak.
No, it's not. And I look back now, I could never do it again. I could never do it again.
Dude, do you remember getting just smacked by a bunch of naked bobs on the beach with fish, like just swarming you and punching you and drowning in the water? Dude, it was rough in Ascended or Evolved days. Oh gosh.
Oh my god.
So mine's kind of on that same level. Like, I think mine is a mixture of like the fresh start. Like, I think I really love the starting out. Like, I love that because I think I do hit a point where when things start to get too automated, right? Or you don't have to worry about things. You don't have the daily chores, that you have to do like so much, then it gets boring and I lose interest. And I very much like that restart thing, but I'm also a grinder. I think, honestly, I would love, like, I love to just like have a whole bunch of vaults, like one for each resource, and then like just fill them, like just like spend all like 4 hours like chopping trees and like deforesting everything, and then like just looking at the vault and be like, yes, I've got it full, and then like just to log back in later on and my tribe mates have a completely like used it all and like didn't put anything back. And I'm like, I'm just trying to build a bench and I got no wood, that kind of thing. But I mean, I really do enjoy grinding it. I love I don't know what it is, just running around trying to survive while I'm chopping down trees or mining stone or, metal, whatever it is that it's required.
That is my worst nightmare. I'm gonna be honest. I got no patience.
Some people I know, they don't like it.
I get English on Morning Server to help me because I literally don't have. He knows me now too. He knows I don't have the capacity, so he just goes, Bex, I'll fill it all for you, ready for stream. So, and I'm like, thank you. Thank you.
He's so generous.
He is the
best. Ridiculous.
He's the best though, and he knows I get too. I'm like, no, I cannot do it. So English is the best person on Morning Server because literally I just say, help me.
Yeah, he's really helpful. He is really helpful.
What is yours?
I just love the grind.
You do.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So for me personally, I might be very most well known for the building. I love building, but for me personally, it's very split, and that's why I love survival crafting in general, because survival crafting open world sandbox, because you can do the building, you can do the looting and scooting and shooting, and all of it together is why I'm so passionate about survival crafting. And I can't just if I played out a game, like if I play the story of a game, like for Conan, I do a lot of building and things like that. For Conan, there's purges. You can do an endless amount of purge bases. But the exploration and the going out looting, because I am a huge loot goblin. I love decorating and hoarding.
Loot goblins.
Yeah.
It's just part of the survival.
I think you have to be for survival crafting.
You do.
Goblin.
It's just part
now,
of
whether
the
you're organized
territory.
or not, that's a different question in a statement.
Yeah.
Super organized. Everything has its place.
My chests are disgusting. I don't want to talk about it. Oh my god.
I can't have a base together with someone because I'm gonna absolutely pass out.
You're like, you could do it if you had every single box like labeled, but then you're still trusting them to put it in the box. So
yeah, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
No one is,
no.
I'll
is
just throw
as
everything in
annoying
this
as
box.
I.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
everyone's
me.
like, oh, this box was a dump chest, right? And I was like, no, it wasn't, but now it is. You
Yeah,
know?
I'm conflicted because they're like I think that's the ADHD side. Like I very
Yes.
much like strategically will set it up, and I have this intention, and it's like this is
But
going
it
to be
never
grand,
happens.
and then it's like. No,
Yeah.
no. Then it literally goes to like, okay, why do I have these 12 vaults? I just need all
Yes.
of these capacity
Yes.
inventory to combine to one dedicated storage, and I could just put it all in there and then search what I want in the search bar. They've got a search bar, you know what I mean? I could just type it in. Oh, I need charcoal, boom, and then it'll just sort it all and find the charcoal. Like I'd be fine with that. Why do we have so many boxes? Just make one big, like massive container you could put everything in.
I love how we're all exposing ourselves in this stream. Like,
Yeah.
usually it's just
Yep.
me on this channel. So it feels really refreshing that you guys are also exposing yourself and I'm not alone. Because everyone thinks it's just me,
Oh,
guys.
Mm-mm.
Nope, not just you.
I love my
Not
little
just me.
dumpster chest. Put everything in, organize it later.
what's
Never get to it.
Exactly. Yeah, you never get to it. Then you come back and you're like, why is this in this box? This doesn't even go here. And then it's like, oh, I probably did that how many streams ago?
Yep.
Oh,
I was going to say the nice part about that, though, with the survival crafting games and communities,
Mhm.
right? This is why you have tribe mates, because everybody's really good at
True.
something or enjoys something different. You know what I mean? So that's why you get somebody like English that wants to grind out, the resources or enjoys that or is fine with that. And then you got the exploration people. It's like, hey, look, I grinded all these resources. Now build all this with this for whoever the builders are. Then you're like, oh, now you can go tame all these things or go do what you want to do and explore. Just bring back the loot, Like that's, yeah.
English
I don't
is...
share.
Oh, no.
Murray's immediately like, no tribe, none,
Wow.
no community tribe, get out of here.
No.
That's funny.
I loot
That was
and
such
scoot
a-
and shoot. That's my
That
loot
was so
now.
quick.
Like, that's fine.
She was like,
I
no.
will build with it.
It's mine. That's funny.
When we go on morning stream on Monday, just say no. Just don't go. Just say no. Just answer.
No.
Don't say hi at first and
Don't
just say
ask.
no. Just say no like that with a Kappa
That's too
face.
funny.
She'll know what it means now.
Yeah. Mar.
But welcome on in, everyone. I see everyone. Hello. It's been nice to see some of your comments as well. And also you all talk it. Some of you are trying to expose me still. I see you guys, okay? I see. You've been writing stuff. But welcome on in. This is our first episode. And what a blast I'm actually having. Like, I can't believe how fast time has gone as we're talking, because we're just like getting into topic. I knew this was
Absolutely.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, didn't
Yeah.
we say this when we had a pre-meeting? And I was like, oh, we're just gonna talk until like I realize I kind of need to wrap it up. Like,
All right, so
I didn't think
24-hour
you-
stream.
I did not go in expecting to have any down moment or like quiet moments sitting here doing
No.
nothing or trying to figure out what to say.
no.
You started off with a bang. I'm going to tell you that right now. We're setting a high standard and high bar here for these podcast
Yeah.
episodes. I'm going to
Heck
tune into all the
yeah.
rest of them too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure.
No pressure to partners that are gonna come on.
Yeah.
It's all good fun.
All the
It's all
pressure.
good fun. Hey,
Judging you.
Code. No.
Pressure. Pressure.
Dusty's-
Pressure.
Oh my gosh, dude.
10
Listen,
out of 10.
Pinky.
Pinky.
I need the camera animation set up on my screen. That's what
Yeah,
I need.
I need that
No,
too.
we don't. I don't think we need that.
It
Actually,
would be beautiful.
we're
It'd be
fine.
beautiful. I need more animal costumes too, not just the duck
I
or the maid
agree.
costume.
What's gonna be your next
more.
code? Like next costume?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe a shark. Should we do a shark costume? That'd be nice, like a blue shark.
Yeah.
A
Do it.
bat costume.
A bat.
A bat costume.
I have a bat the costume.
Oh.
Do
Yeah.
you? Interesting. I don't know. Yeah, I'd be fine with a bat costume. And Halloween, that'd be perfect for Halloween too.
Yes.
Perfect.
Are we gonna get a DMCA strike if I start singing Baby Shark?
Yes.
Yeah. It'll
Probably.
DMC strike us immediately.
Sure.
I don't think Nitrado owns a lot. I don't know if they own the license to Baby Shark.
We don't. I
No.
can confirm. No, we do not. So my
No.
next question is, because obviously I said,
Okay.
what do we love about survival games? What's the thing? What's the thing that you
Okay.
hate about survival games that you're like, "Ugh, I cannot stand it? Mine would be what
I'm a
Code was saying,
Oh,
the
go ahead.
grind. I hate it. I do not have 5 million hours to mine stone, chat. I don't. I have a dog that I have to walk. She needs 24-hour care because she's in her teenage years. I ain't got time to do that, so I got English. But what is your like thing that gets on your nerves about survival games? What is the thing that you don't really like?
I'll start it out with by saying the pretty broad, generic, but 100% true, and nobody could argue against, and that is none of them are perfect.
Ooh, okay.
They do really well. They do certain things really well, and they are awesome in certain avenues, and then they absolutely are terrible and suck at other things. And none of them, I do not think the perfect survival game. I do not think still to this day, I think the market's still wide open. I don't think a survival game out there hits every single checkbox that you would expect, you know, to hit across the board.
That is, do you know what? I actually do agree with that, because there's always something that they do really great, but then something maybe it's a bit lacking. I do actually, that's a good answer. Well,
that really is.
That's a good answer, Code. I'm impressed, Code. Like,
so now you guys fill in. What are your answers?
He's wiped the floor.
Oh.
Honestly, this is probably the hardest question you've asked. I've been spot on with all my answers. This is the one I'm like, I don't know actually.
It's hard.
Probably the organizing, honestly. Probably the dumpster chest. Because when I put 7,000 hours into Evolved, I was the organizer. So I used to do it, and then they broke me. So now I don't organize. I am a broken record over here. I have chests and I throw it in there. And that's probably the thing I hate the most now.
That is
didn't used to.
Lack of organization.
Do you have an English on your server, like someone who organizes and like, because English also organized. I've got he organizes my chest, and then he got mad because I put like
grinds.
Yeah, he grinds and he organized my chest.
Yeah, he's like everything
yeah,
guy.
he is at everything.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I don't mind the grinding or anything like that. Gathering, going out exploring. I don't even mind building. I like building. Just organizing. I don't want anything about it. You take that and you take it far away.
You just do this. All right, Murny, what's your answer?
Yeah, come on, Murny.
I'm interested. Yeah, so it ties into my OCD with boxes, obviously.
Oh my
because I am a huge.
Is it me? Am I the thing you hate the most in survival crafting games?
Yes. No. The thing where I can't go home without having my entire inventory full, and then I come home, and my OCD doesn't let me just dump things. I have to go through all the boxes with everything. Boop, 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 boop. Empty everything, because I can't just dump it in. I panic. Like, I can't do that. So that is my.
I know a lot of people that are like that.
Yeah.
Do you want to just team up with me and I dump all my stuff in your chest one time? and then it just sets morning where she just wants to like kill me, and she's like, get off my chest, and I'm like, throw this in, throw that in, throw that in.
Oh, I've already teamed up with the Terran once, and it almost killed me.
I was just about to say, I think that's why now I'm starting to understand why Murny always has her own base. Because even on her community server, she's like not bunking with anybody, because she's like, no, like my storage is my storage. I know exactly where that item goes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm the same way. I kind of just build in my own little spot, and then that way nobody can judge my dumpster fire chest. It's fine.
Yeah.
Unless you expose them.
Mine is wide out in the open. Mine is wide in the open. I'm like, I have a starter base like on each server, like community server that I own. But I like, let's be free, I like live out of other people's inventories or like the community center. Like, I don't even pick up stuff. I'm like the guy that's like smacking 5 rocks when somebody's like, bro, just build this thing that you need really quick. And I'm like, well, hold on, I gotta go get some rocks really quick because I don't have anything ready to put in here.
Yeah, but your community is amazing. So guys, if you don't know, I did a partner spotlight with Code. And my God, I was impressed by them. Literally, we were live for like, what, 2 hours, Code, right? And we were starting off and they were like, oh, we got this. Oh, we got this. best gear. Oh, you want some dinos? Oh, I can get you this.
I sent something. I sent something in chat. It's like, hey guys, I don't want to play Ark anymore, but I want to complete the game today. Then like I would have like 15 people come rolling up. Like they're like, look, we got all these all boss Rexes. They're already cryopotted. We're ready to go. We got the artifacts over here. Let's go do the bosses today.
Your community is actually insane because I was so impressed that they were all like, yeah, we're ready. Don't worry, we've got Becs as well. Because I thought, oh, they're just gonna give it to Code and like they're gonna be like, Becs, you gotta go die.
Becs,
like
leave Becs high and dry.
Yeah, but they were like,
no,
oh, Becs, we got you. Yeah, they took and they gave me all the good stuff, and I was like, oh, I could stay here for a period of time and enjoy on this server.
I have a problem. Like they're so good about it that I have a problem. Like every time I start a new survival game or another community server with people, they have to ask me now. Like I've gotten so upset. I'm like, guys, stop doing stuff for me. Like I'm like, listen, I love you all. So then now they're getting in the habits of like asking me. So like we were playing, I started up my first ever community Valheim server. Finally, just started it up. Right, we're going from fresh ground zero. Okay. So like we're rolling through, we're doing the stuff, and like it got to a point where finally they were like, hey, and they're starting making like subliminal comments of like, hey, we've been sitting on like not like we need to go get iron or we need to go get like this or we need to go get this, like, but we can't move until like Code needs to be here to move. So like let's just, because I told him I was like, I want to do it all. So I'm just started getting hammered. Like
I was watching that stream.
Yeah,
it was funny.
Like, I'm like, dude, just stop doing this stuff. And then it's like I'm like chopping down trees for 4 hours on a live stream, and they're like, bro, we're trying to go to like the swamp to get iron. Like, can we just go do this so we can progress?
That's insane.
So yeah, it's definitely. I love them, but it's definitely more of like a. Okay, well, guys, let's take a step back. Let me play the game. Can I learn how to play the game?
It's a content killer, too, you know? like, you want to do those things and learn. And when somebody's just coming over here and like, oh, here's the sword. Okay. Oh, here's the shield. Okay. We're going to go do the final boss. Okay.
Hey, we're going to do the boss fight right now. What do I got to do? Oh, no, you're going to ride the stego and you shoot the boss with a shotgun. We already got it. It's already here. Here's your ammo. You got this. And then you get there. And it's also because my community's the same way. Like, I got a really good friend of mine in the community named Delinka. I love him to death. He's the guy that would do that. And then we get there. And then, like, I'm dying of like starvation, and then he's like, bro, you didn't bring any food? I'm like, you just literally stacked me up and you didn't give me any steaks. Like, what am I supposed to do? But yeah, you know, that's just making that as a joke. Like, that's 100%. Yeah. But it's good.
I think there's a fine line though, like what you're saying, because like for me, obviously when we stream for Nitrado twice a week, I have a very short time frame. So I kind of need the stuff now. So getting in all the stuff is kind of what I mostly have to do. Sometimes I do it off stream and I do grind a lot, but then sometimes I just don't have enough time, and then I'm like, we're going live literally in like 2 hours. I gotta spawn it in basically and get ready. But if I was on my own channel, it would be a content killer basically, and I'd be like, stop, we need to stop, we want to just do the playthrough, right? Because that's part of what we do. But for like for Nitrado, because it's so time pressured, I'm like, yeah, we got 2 hours. And I talk a lot. I don't know about you guys. I talk too much. So,
I mean, yes.
Yeah, we all talk.
Time flies in survival games, though. It flies in survival games.
And then when the chat's flowing, so you're half speaking to chat. I don't know how you are, but you're all half speaking to chat. Your head's like this, your head's like, and you're like, oh, wait, what was I getting? Oh, wait, I think I was getting an axe. Go to get the axe. But wait, I need to do something else. And then I get distracted. Because then chat are like, oh, how's your day, Becs? And then I get on a tangent about how my day was. I'm like, oh yeah, I walked the dog. I brushed my hair. Like, you know.
I did too. I brushed my hair for the content.
It's looking lovely.
I never.
Oh, thank you.
I go in with good objectives most of the time, and like some of Murney's like it's funny because Murney, some of your people have jumped, like your audience have jumped over to mine a couple of times. Remember, they come back and they tell you how it is, like how the experience is, and they're like 100%. It's always the same. Like I load in and I have these objectives. I start off the stream with like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna go tame this, we're gonna go get this done, I'm gonna build this thing, and then like the end of it, like I've done nothing, like none of that. Like, I have like farmed materials, and then like it's like, I'm farming materials. Oh, look at this waterfall. It's so cool. And like I'm over here, and then it's like, then I'm exploring. Then I get killed, and then like I lose my, like it's just a mess. Like it's never like, it's like I have really good intentions, but I never get to where I'm supposed to be going for the objective. And then like you said, then time flies, and I look down, I'm like, bro, we've been live for like 4.5 hours and it's like 1 a.m. and it's like, I got to get up at 6. Like, sorry guys, I got to go. Bye. Like, I don't have anything done. We'll pick up the next time I live stream. Yeah. No, it's very much that way.
And then it goes for like 7 weeks and you still haven't done the main thing that you were meant to do. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think
I don't even have the community center built on one of my servers that I had.
Is that
like
for
the community
Scorched?
centers? Like I've been building it. Like,
is that on the island?
No. I built Scorched first. I built Scorched first, and then I just went back to build the island one. Yeah.
Oh my god!
And then it was so bad. And then it was so bad, and it was so bad that it lasted so long that like finally like my community band together, and like all 10 people were like that like you know like that are
let's get this done.
Yeah, we can build and do that stuff. Yeah. I had like 10 people that were like, bro, we need a comm center on the island map. It's been the first map. Like you got like no, you're not streaming anything else. If you're streaming, you're playing Ark, and we're building the comm center. And so finally, I was like, okay, fine. And then I went and spent like a 4-hour live stream building it, and I had a blast. It was super fun. But it was like, yeah, I'm good with going on something, but it's like not on my own. Like if I don't have anybody there pushing me, I will completely gone.
So it is a blessing and a curse. I like to try and make my content as genuine as possible, especially with being variety. So there's a lot of times I don't pick what I'm doing until like the hour of stream. Because
oh gosh,
I used to do it where I would go and schedule everything ahead of time, and then the day would come and I'd be like, I gotta do this, but I really want to do that.
Yes.
Yeah, the mind shift change. Yeah.
Yeah, because you never know what you're gonna want to get into, and you want it to be fun. You want it to be genuine. You don't want it to look like you're just like, yeah, we're doing this today.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna go tame this wyvern. Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel you. But I've had conversations with Murney about that. Remember, I've told you, I was like, or games at least, I'm always very much on the next shiny thing. I'm always like, but this game's coming out, Murney, and it looks so cool.
Yeah, and I can't relate.
But I'm not going to make content on it. You know, I just want to play the game. And then Murney's like, yeah, but if you're not making content on it and you've already got like 3 games, then why are you?
Like I am a schedule person.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, no. I have a weekly schedule and I put it up like this, and I look at it at least 4 times a day, and I love putting in notes like, oh, now we're planning this. Now we're planning this. I schedule all my weeks. I have everything until the summer scheduled. Like when I go into stream, I have a schedule what we are supposed to do, but I also schedule in a bunch of time for me to jump between roofs while I'm talking about random things like what Code usually asks in my chat. But I don't want to say here because I don't want to get Becs in trouble. But there's a lot of weird conversations. And then instead of actually doing anything, you know, when you're walking back and forth in the hallway when you're talking to someone? I do that in game. Like I'm jumping on top of the roofs, like on my build, like this.
I do that
or walking around. Yeah.
I don't know why we do that, but it's just so comforting to like just run in circles, jump on boxes while you're talking to chat.
It's a just chatting stream, but you are moving in game, basically.
Most of the time, I try that sometimes, but most of the time mine's not that way. Mine is normally I'm talking and then I'm paying attention more to chat than I am the game, and then I'm like dying, like something's happening. I'm falling off of something that I'm building. Something's not working because like people have said that come in your stream. They're like, I went to the Kodeations stream one time and it's like he starts doing this thing that's like, then it just completely goes a 180 and doesn't work out. I try, but it doesn't work out. And I wish I could just pace, but I don't pace. I'm like doing what I'm trying to do.
I mean, at least
taming
you
this
try.
thing right now, and then I'm paying attention and then I'm killed. Yeah, I'm trying.
I mean, this went on to my next. You guys just beat my next question. I was going to talk about scheduling, but like
speed run.
Yeah, literally. I literally was going to ask about scheduling, but for me, Nitrado, we have to schedule obviously because we have to coordinate with socials and so on. But for my own, I'm a bit like Rebel actually. For my own stuff, I got to go with the mood. I'm a bit funny like that, and I feel like it shows on my face. Like you can see, I'm just like, hi guys. I don't hide stuff very well. So if I'm not really happy or into it, I'm just like, I ain't into this today. I don't know why I'm here. And then like that just gives off bad vibes, which no one wants for a stream.
No, yeah.
Right.
Well, and
So-
sometimes you have to schedule stuff like,
Yeah.
sponsorships and events and things like that.
Like
and
this.
Exactly, like this. And we're fine. We're happy. Everybody's having a good time.
We think.
Right.
We think. Morning's face is telling me a lot. I can tell.
There it is. There's the smile. There's the smile.
I can tell. I know her too
I'm
well.
cheesing. I promise. I know.
It's because Code came up with the duck. That's what it is.
That's what it is. I know. I know.
So my last question actually is gonna be I actually told Rebel and Morning. Actually, Code wasn't here, but it's fine. We can spring it on
He was
Code.
late.
Code was
I was not
late.
late. I was on the podcast started and I was here. What do you mean?
Don't bring this up on the first episode. We can't discuss.
I'm golden.
Look, he had to get into the duck suit. That is a
That's what
challenge.
it is.
True.
That's exactly
I mean,
what it
he
is.
had to zip it up, and once you're locked in, I thought he
It's
can't.
buttons.
Oh, it's
Buttons? That's even
the whole
worse.
thing all the way down.
Oh
all the way
no.
down.
Okay, that's enough.
There's a white shirt.
Oh, okay, you ginger. I wasn't sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's
Oh
fine.
God. The
Yeah,
ownership.
no, but
Too.
it is
I
button.
can do the
It's button.
joke.
I know. Hey, I'm not upset about the joke. If you cannot, you cannot call yourself a ginger if you're not. If you can't take ginger jokes.
Hey,
Speaking of-
I
speaking
hear
of
it all the
ginger,
time.
Speaking of ginger, this is off topic, but do you want to see that I am a little people? It looks exactly like me.
Wow. Yeah,
Oh,
look at that.
yeah. Look, that's Code, chat. Mini Code.
It even has the
So-
video game controller.
So
I'm just gonna leave.
cool.
We're talking
Look at
about
your
hair, so I'll see you
Dude,
later.
it's perfect. Hey, do you have a wig? Put your wig on. I want to see your ginger wig.
He's gone. He's like, no, I don't have hair. Like, I'm over
Conrad,
this.
yeah.
Oh my
Oh, he does have a
Oh.
wig. He comes back with a wig.
Oh, beautiful.
That is.
Okay, I did not listen. I did not expect him to have a wig. I did not. That was completely.
That is something.
That
it's
transforms
perfect.
you. Honestly, it suits your eyes.
Listen.
It really, you know,
Yeah, it brings out your
does
eyes.
something.
Mm.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I like the shiny bald head. I think I do.
Thanks, me
I
too.
like the shiny bald head.
Thanks, me too.
Thanks, me too. to you. Yeah. No, I totally agree with you. Yeah, bad call.
The way you just went, thanks, me too. Yeah, I love my head too. Like, it was like a flex.
Improv, baby. Improv.
Improv. Right, let me get back to my question, because see, we got sidetracked. I knew it was gonna.
Yeah.
What would you say to aspiring content creators who want to create content around survival games? What's the tip that you would give them for creating content around survival games?
Don't die in the game.
That would be hard.
Don't die. Okay, first tip, chat. Don't die. I already failed at that one, so that's a great
Don't
tip.
die. Terrible.
actually,
Yeah.
die. Die a
What?
lot. Die creatively. Die with content. Chat
True.
loves it.
Valid
It's
points.
dramatic. Do it.
Yes.
True. Valid point.
It is content.
Oh,
it is actually
is.
content.
It is.
Try to pet the giga that you just found on the map for the first time. Try
Giga.
to fly up and bite it in the leg. Try it. See what happens.
True.
I
True.
did. It was very creative.
Yeah, I love this. This is all just die.
Do risky things.
You heard
It's
it first.
That's part of the fun of it.
Yeah.
That is actually the fun of it.
I think I don't know. It's tough because there's so many things that I would say like help like a new content creator, but like specifically for survival crafting games.
Specific.
I would honestly probably say it's tough. Because mine's more generic to like, starting making content.
We're waiting.
I would
It's the
probably say
dramatic
if you're
pause.
unsure of what, well, I think I would say if you're unsure about what to make content on in a survival crafting game and you feel like people would never watch you or want to watch you, I
Mhm.
think something that I have seen work a lot for a lot of creators is challenges. Like create something up like that you want like to
Ooh.
start off with. You don't have to make that your sole content, but like I think that does work. Like set an objective of like doing something or achieving something, and it could be like you said, I'm gonna tame this giga or touch this giga, whatever. Like, just create kind of like that challenge, and then kind of work towards that, and then just be yourself, like, because then it would allow your personality to kind of shine through on what you're doing, and then it also gives you, and it kind of sets you up for the replay, right? It sets you up for that content mindset of like, we achieve this thing, well, there's your video idea. You know what I mean? Like, you can then take that and then use that as content, refurbish it to other types of content, not just live stream. And then it also gives you objective, keeps you on task, kind of puts you what you're trying to do. I mean, that'd be the best way, I guess I could.
That's also very good advice, actually, because like you said, you could use that just for long form, but then like short form content as well. I see what you're saying. You have a project and then you make multiple content out of one thing that you're doing, right? So no, that's actually kind of smart. I love all these answers, chat. They're so good.
Honestly, the biggest thing is just keep it genuine. That's my actual advice. The die one was more of a joke.
I like that one though.
It's just keep it genuine. Just do what you want to do. Have fun, because ultimately your community, your viewers, they will resonate with your happiness. I have learned that along the way. You need to have fun. You need to keep it fun, and you need to just do what makes you happy, because you would actually be really surprised. Like, people like different types of content when it comes to the survival. Like, Murney likes building, people will resonate to that. They're like, I want to see what she's building, where, they're like, what is Pinky going to throw in this dumpster chest? I want to see what he's going to do.
Correct.
I'm just doubting.
But that speaks volumes, though. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Like, that is true. I mean, like, being genuine is something that I think, like, we talked about at the beginning, earlier, imposter syndrome. Like, I think, like, there's that level that I think a lot of new creators coming in, no matter what genre, including survival crafting, like, you kind of hit that point where you want to try to mimic what's working, right? You see what's working or what other people are doing, and you want to try to think like, oh, I have to be like that in order for people to like me. And that's not true. There's an audience out there for you. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just need to discover, and they need to discover you. And so you only do that by being genuine. You know what I mean? So you have to just do what you like to do, how you like to do it, be yourself. And then the people that like that and resonate with that will come. It's just, it'll take time. It's not something that'll happen overnight for everybody, but yeah.
I think coming into the content creator space since like the pandemic has been extremely hard, because it's very tough out there now, and it's quite competitive, which I think it always had a little bit of, but not like this now. Nothing like it used to be.
Right.
I mean, it used to be so cash. You used to be like, oh, I can go live for like 3 hours, and it never really mattered. And you were like, I'll skip 2 weeks. And now, like, it's the pressure. It's the pressure to stream regularly, to stream on time, to stream long hours, to then create other forms of content at the same time, as well as holding a job down for most people. But you could be doing it full time as well. And that's tough, because when you're starting out, it should just be fun, right? That's why we all started out. It should be fun. It should be something that you just want to do. Yeah. That's how it should always be.
For most people. I mean, I guess some people get into it trying to do it full time immediately, like if they are in that position, like to do that. But yeah, I mean, I think, it's weird. It's a weird angle looking at it that way, to think like it should be fun. You know what I mean? Like, and it should be like that atmosphere. Yeah. But eventually, the longer you do it, I feel like that just, if you don't monitor it, that can get sucked out. You mean, that fun part of like, I'm doing this for fun, and it kind of gets mushed over to like, I'm doing this for business. You mean, I'm doing this for this. Yes. And I think that your audience would start to to realize that too.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
we get into like that whole topic of burnout too, which is a topic we shouldn't open. We'll be on that for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have suffered severe burnout. Yes. Correct.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's partly because, like what Rebel said, because it's on that topic of you're looking at your numbers, you're looking at it as a business, it's the pressure of everything, and then it just comes crashing on you, right? So that can get a little bit too much at
I think that's one thing that's so fascinating about content creation. It's like one of the only things that, like, there's so many people that do it casually as a hobby, and then there's so many people that do it as a business, and you kind of don't know who's doing it for what reason.
True.
For sure.
Yeah, I get the question all the time, or not the question really, when they hear that I have a full-time other job. They're like, wow, I thought you did social media full-time. Oh yeah, I am. also on top of the other full-time that I'm doing.
Yeah. Do you have like 4 people hired on to do all of this stuff? Or you're like, no, like I don't. Have you been to my live streams? It's like the first like 10 minutes is me like posting my live links to social media.
Literally.
It is.
Facebook, Discord, Instagram,
Yeah.
TikTok. Yeah.
Yep.
But what a flex
100%.
if someone thinks that you've actually hired people for your...
Well, yeah.
That's a flex. I'm sorry. Like, I've never had that question of Becs, have you hired multiple... No, it's just me, mate. Like, no one's asked me that. So I would take that as like a real, like...
Right.
Damn, I'm doing something like right. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that's a compliment. Yeah, I think that's a massive compliment.
I'm pretty sure Pinky's first, like, our first conversation was like we were chatting in DMs about stuff like after we had our first like meeting, and I think his response was like asking me either like what my schedule was like or what I'm doing and stuff, like for us to like talk and collab and stuff. And he's like, and I told him what I all do like on my weekly day, and he's like, do you not sleep? And I'm like, yeah, there's sleep in there. Like, I didn't put it on my schedule, but there is sleep in there. But it's like, because I mean, like, it is. I mean, we do so much. Like, there's just so much stuff, you know, that goes on that you like have to find time for and lock in and everything else. And sometimes I think that gets the best of some of us. You know what I mean? Like, you get to the point where, at least for me, I'm going through that kind of now. And yeah, I get to the point where it's just like, I forget that I'm not a full-time streamer, you know what I mean, content creator, you know what I mean? I forget that that's not who I am. I forget that I have other responsibilities. I don't forget about the responsibilities, but I forget that, like, I get caught up in that, you know, I get caught up in that numbers and that game of like, this thing's dropping, this update's dropping, I got to go live at this time, but I've got this real life responsibility here that should be, you know, precedent, but it's like, oh, what do I do? You know what I mean? And that's why I'm, you know, hitting up my Murney therapist in the DMs. Like, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing right now, you know? And she's like, always a reality check. She's like, bro, you're married. Go spend time with your wife and your kids. Like you can record the video tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know
I'm afraid, real life should always come first. Real life should always. Unfortunately, I'm sure you all have done, I've sacrificed things that I probably shouldn't have in hindsight now. And I wish I actually hadn't have. And I think real life should always come first more than streaming. It's not worth it, in my opinion. I've been burnt too many times and I've had too many mistakes and things happen. And sometimes I regret it. I think I've missed time with like family and friends and like my husband and like my dog, you know, like, I mean, she's a puppy. She's only a baby for a little bit. Like, you know, so she's right. Real life should always come first, I think, anyways. I don't know about you guys. But.
Like, honestly, y'all are superheroes because I'm a full-time content creator. I do this. I'm blessed enough to do this full-time as a career, and I've found pretty good success with it. I can't imagine doing another full-time job in content creating and, you know, still trying to find time for family and everything else. Yeah. So, like,
yeah.
Pull that
it's
S
a lot.
out of that shirt because y'all are superheroes.
For sure.
Shout out for the superheroes. So, chat, it has been, honestly, I cannot believe how quick time has gone, and they have smashed through all my questions, and I even added a couple of more as I was going. So they have been honestly amazing guests for my first podcast. Honestly, Nitrado are super happy to have done this podcast. It's something that I have been personally working on for a long time, and it's finally come across, and I couldn't have thought of any better content creators than these. Okay, there is a lot of other people, Nitrado partners that are interested who are going to come, and it was really hard to pick the first episode. That was really difficult because I was like, I can only pick like 3 max. I can't have like too many. It'll go too crazy. But I wanted to pick.
Let's have like 20 people.
Yeah, like can you imagine? Oh God.
No.
I'd be so stressed. I'd be so stressed.
I know how that is in a community server. You know how that is in a community server voice chat. It is a nightmare.
Yeah, I can't do that.
No, but it was really difficult, and I just want to thank you all. So chat, give it up. Mod, can we please shout out these lovely people? Give another shout out. Give them a follow, guys. Like they said, they do loads of content, and they are all, as you can tell, very fun content creators, okay? As you can see from the shenanigans, it is some crazy time on the Zoom. I love it. He does the Zoom every time. at the perfect time.
I have to go up like this.
I know. I'm so jealous with that. Like, I don't know how he gets the smooth transition every single time.
He's
You
practiced that.
have to have a chair with wheels, and you just roll in like this.
Oh,
Yeah, I do have a chair with wheels, but it's
I don't
like
even have a
way
chair.
across my desk. Plus, you don't want to see these nose hairs. There's a lot of
Oh
nose
no!
hairs
Don't
in
expose them. I'm
Oh
sure,
yeah, no, thank you. It's
No,
all good.
No, no.
Appreciate
gotcha.
it.
We're tapping out. We're tapping out. We're tapping. But thank you all. I
Oh.
know you've sacrificed like your weekend. I appreciate your time, everything. Thank you so much on behalf of myself and Nitrado. You have been such a pleasure. Chat, I really hope you've enjoyed this. Obviously at Nitrado, my aim is to give the best content to you guys and to show off all the games that you can get servers for, right? That's the main thing. But I hope you had a laugh, and I hope this was really interesting and fun, because that's what it's meant to be. So you keep watching.
Absolutely.
This has been awesome. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Lord.
So when's the next one? We scheduling like a
Yeah, I'll
We doing
contact
2
you about
weeks
that one.
now? Next month?
I don't
Put
wanna
it in the
schedule.
cap. She's got it ready. She's got it ready, Jack. I'll DM you after about.
Hey, Murning, when you get it scheduled and you put that tweet out, I'm just gonna retweet it. So can you just?
Yeah. I will message you that the tweet is out, so you can
Okay.
retweet the tweet.
No, I'll have notifications on, so I'll just get it
Oh,
immediately.
okay, perfect.
But thank you so much, chat, and I appreciate you all. And I will be back on the Nitrado channel next Wednesday, actually. So it'll be a little bit of time, but I know my lovely content creators here are going to be going live. So follow all of them, and then you won't miss any of it, and you'll
Perfect.
be packed.
Let's
Okay?
do it.
Yep, that's what you need to do. Chat, it's been a pleasure. We're going to love and leave you now. Thanks
Thank
for
you all very
everything.
much, guys.
See you later. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Bye.